Good morning students, I am Sachin Munoli, chemistry lecturer. So in the previous class we have started the solid state. So in that we have studied about the properties of the solid state. So in that after that we have discussed about the difference between the solid state. So before that one we have classified this solid into two types. One is crystalline solid and the amorphous solid. So after that we have discussed about the difference between crystalline solid and the amorphous solid. Okay. So in today's class we are going to discuss the classification or the types of crystalline solids. So we will not focus more about the amorphous solid. So today we are going to discuss only about the types of crystalline solid. So in this classification, these crystalline solids are classified into four types. So in that first one, ionic solid, covalent solid, or it is also called networking solid. Third one, molecular solid, and next one, metallic solid. Okay, so we will discuss brief about this one. So first start with the ionic crystal. The first one, ionic crystal. Right. What is mean by this? Ionic crystals. So as you already know, crystals. So here the constituent particles are ions. So those are positively charged ion and the negatively charged ion. So these positive and negatively charged ions are held together by electrostatic force of attraction. So this crystal only called ionic crystal. So write down. The constituent particles are ions, positively charged and negatively charged ions are held together by electrostatic force of attraction. So these crystals we call it as a ionic crystals. Example, NaCl salts like NaCl, CaCl2, CS. So these are ZNS. So these are the example for the ionic solid. So this is the first one. So next come to the second one, covalent crystal, or it is also called network crystal. Covalent crystals are the constituent particles or atoms are bonded with a covalently. So with the adjacent atoms in a networking throughout the crystal is called the covalent crystal. For example, if you consider the diamond. So diamond, you already know that. So carbon which is bonded covalently with all the carbons with a tetrahedral. So here it is carbon, 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 and here it is carbon. Again this carbon is connected with all other four carbons with a tetrahedral geometry. So this throughout the crystal it is having this connection or linkage, hence it is also called networking crystal or covalent crystal. So write down the constituent particles are non-metals bonded covalently throughout the network or throughout the crystal in networking. Linkage. So this is called covalent crystal or network crystal. So examples are here. The examples are diamond, graphite, quartz, right? So these are the example for the covalent crystal, right? Third one, metallic crystals, right? In metallic crystals, the constituent particles are metal ions which are immersed in the sea of mobile electrons. So that is, write down the definition. The constituent particles are ions or positive ions. These positive ions are also called kernels. These are also called kernels, which are immersed in sea of mobile electrons. So it means what? Whatever the positively charged metals are there, metal ions are there, so those are immersed. Immersed in means what? There is a number of electrons surrounding with that ions. So in that ions, so these ions are present. So this type of crystal, throughout the crystal, so this is like only. So there is a number of electrons, so there are mobile electrons. So in between that one, there are the metal ions. So these metal ions are called kernels. Okay, so this type of crystal we call it as a metallic crystals. So examples, metals like Fe, copper, zinc and etc. So these are example for the metallic crystal. So come to the fourth one, molecular crystal. Molecular crystal. So here in this type of crystal, the constituent particles are molecules. So the name itself indicates the constituent particles are in molecules. So those type throughout the crystal. So these type of crystals we call it as a molecular crystal. So write down the definition. The constituent particles are molecules throughout the crystal. Okay, so I'll explain this one by taking the example. So because these molecular crystals are again classified into three types. So one is polar molecular crystal, non-polar molecular crystal and the hydrogen bonded molecular crystal. So that we'll study next one. Molecular crystal. Okay, so as you already know, the constituent particles are the molecules, so which are held together by London force, dipole-dipole attraction and the hydrogen bonding. So here these molecular crystals are or molecular solids are again classified into three types. So in that, first one, hydrogen bonded molecular crystal or solid. Second one, polar molecular crystal and third one, non-polar molecular crystal. Right, so come to the first one. So what is meant by this one? Hydrogen bonded molecular crystal. So if you consider the ice, As you already know, ice is made up of water, but here whatever the water molecules are there, H2 are there, so those are bonded between intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So because of that one, it will form the crystal or it will form the network there. So those type of crystals only we call it as a hydrogen bonded molecular crystal. So this is because of the bond formed between the hydrogen atom and the electronegative atoms. So write down the definition. The constituent particles are molecules formed by bond between polar hydrogen and more electronegative atoms such as oxygen, fluorine and nitrogen. So these are more electronegative. So with these, hydrogen will be form the bond. For example, consider the water molecule. As you already know the structure of water, here it contains lone pair of electron, but this oxygen is more electronegative. It will form intermolecular bond with other hydrogen. So it will be having oxygen here and this one. So again, this oxygen is containing lone pair of electron. It will form the bond between other hydrogen. So here it is H. So again, this oxygen is bond formed between, so this one. So like this, it will be connected. So because of this one, it will form the crystal, and this solid ice we call it as a hydrogen bonded molecular crystal. Example, solid ice, okay, CO2. Next, water, that is ice, right. So these are the examples. Solid CO2, so we call it as a dry ice. This solid CO2 we call it as a dry ice. Okay, so next one, polar molecular crystal. So polar molecular crystal, in this the constituent particles are molecules are formed covalently bond between polar molecular crystals. Write that definition. Constituent particles are sorry, draw the line here, right. Constituent particles are molecules formed by covalent bond with polar molecules. Okay, polar molecule means what? Suppose consider an example of the HCl, okay, hydrogen chloride, or SO3. Okay, so these are the examples for the polar molecular crystal. So here this is the polar molecule. So here the bond will be formed between the polar molecule like H and Cl. So Cl is more electronegative, hence it will get partial negative charge. So here it will get partial positive charge. So electron cloud will be shifted to Cl minus here. So hence another H will be form the bond between this Cl. Again it will be partial positive. So like this throughout the crystal it will happen. So hence it will be called a polar molecular crystals. So come to the third one, non-polar molecular crystal. So the same as it is here, but here we will use the non-polar molecules. So that is the constituent particles are formed by non-polar molecules. So these type of crystals we call it as a non-polar molecules. So here it is not only molecule, it may be atom. So because here comes the noble gases like helium, neon, argon. So write the definition. Constituent particles are atoms because there are noble gases. Noble gases are molecules formed covalent bond with non-polar molecule, right? So these are called non-polar molecular crystal. Example, consider the H2, O2, helium. So these are the example like Cl2. So what happened? So here if you consider the Cl2, Cl and the Cl. So there is a electron clouds here. So this is also containing the electron. So here also it is containing the electron, as you already studied in the octet rule. So at certain point the electron cloud will be shift to the 1 chlorine. Assume this one. So then it will get partial negative charge. So it will get partial positive charge. So here one more molecule of chlorine. So there is the same thing, Cl and the Cl here. So it will be the same thing, electron cloud if it shift here, so then it will get a partial negative charge and it will get the partial positive, so partial positive charge, here it is partial negative charge. So because of this negative and positive, it is having some attraction here. So because of this one, it will form the covalent bond. So this type of crystals, it will happen throughout the crystal. So this type of crystals only we call it as a non-polar molecular crystals. Clear? So these are the classification of molecular crystal. So these molecular crystals are again classified into 3 types: hydrogen bonded molecular system, so solid, next polar molecular solid, and third one non-polar molecular solid or crystal.